kembali lagi bersama saya Yanda dalam Amar Bank PodCash. Nah, barusan saja Bank Amar baru menyelesaikan public expose-nya. Maka dari itu, untuk episode kali ini, kami akan membahas hal yang tidak kalah serunya dan pastinya masih berkaitan dengan public expose barusan, yaitu terkait dengan ekspektasi stakeholders terhadap perkembangan Bank Amar ke depannya. Karena episode kali ini sangat spesial, maka kurang pas rasanya kalau kita tidak mengundang narasumber yang sangat valid atau yang sangat penting bagi Bank Amar. Maka dari itu, pada hari ini, saya sudah kedatangan narasumber kita, yaitu Presiden Director of Amar Bank, Bapak Vishal Tulsian. Okay, so hello sir, how are you? It's been a very long time since the last time we met. Yeah, so how are you, sir?
Yes, good. Thank you, Yanda. Yes, it has been very long and very good to see you. Yeah,
me too, of course. So I would like to welcome you to our little channel, Amar Bank PodCash. We hope that you enjoy it as much as we do in this interview.
Thank you.
Okay, so this session will be quite different compared to our other previous episodes, in which today we will be answering some expectations from our stakeholders, such as from our employee, customers, investors, and also the media. So the question is, are you ready, sir?
Always.
Always. That is a great answer. Okay, the first one would be, as we have noticed that during the past years or since the beginning of the years, we have noticed that there has been some very positive sentiments for the digital banking industry, which has affected the stock performance of several companies, including Amar Bank. And not to mention that our numbers of retail investors keeps growing, which has doubled compared to the number that we had last year. So what do you think about these positive sentiments towards digital banking, and what is Amar Bank's positions in this digital banking landscape?
Right. So digital economy, if you see in Indonesia has been mostly ahead with their peers in terms of e-commerce. If you see the number of e-commerce players which are in Indonesia, higher than any of the ASEAN countries. During this COVID times, it even accelerated the digital movement. So internet users, which is more than 150 million, now it has reached to 170 million plus. Social media users, that has again increased. So that kind of jump and that kind of volume is not there literally right now in any other country on the planet. Okay. So that way, to be in Indonesia, playing in digital part is a great place to be in. Amar Bank has an advantage that we started with Tunaiku, which is the first digital lending product, as you know, back in 2014. Right? So that has done quite well. And on the back of it, we launched our digital banking app Senimku, which is again doing quite well since the last time when we met. So we see that as a company, we are not focusing on the share prices. It is good that our shareholders are rewarded. That is very good. But what we are seeing is that how much the digital part can impact lives of the people. Because as you know, our philosophy is that technology must impact lives, must improve lives, right? So for that reason, being in digital and making some kind of impact in people's life, that's very good.
Okay, thank you, sir. I think your statement is pretty much related to the next question, actually. So, some analysts and also institutional investors, they mentioned that they expect that digital banking, a great digital banking, will have to possess a great impact or value added to the community. And not only that, it will also needs to have a great ecosystem. So what do you think about this statement? And also, could you please tell us like whether Amar Bank will join the bandwagon, like creating an ecosystem or collaborating with other tech company in the near future?
So now one has to think that what is digital banking? Is it the same like internet banking on mobile app? Is that it's all, or digital banking is something more? And that is where I think there is no straightforward answer that this is ABC which makes a digital banking. But one thing is for sure, that digital banking has to be more than just banking. It cannot be just providing the same account statement which we can get on an internet banking. Cannot be the same services providing more in digital format. So for an example, in Senimku, what we are doing is that we are using the artificial intelligence to help people to save. So the motto of Senimku, for an example, is save first, spend later. Yeah, in these times where most of the time people get to hear buy now, pay later, Senimku says save first, spend later. So that's how digital banking can help them to save more. So your viewers can try it out by downloading the app and can see for themselves that how the app and the digital banking experience is designed to help the user to save money. So those are the things in digital that we have to keep on trying to figure out what is the need of the customer. How can banking help them in their financial decisions, not just providing them that, okay, these are your account statement, this is your debit and credit, because as a banking app, there is a lot of data, there is a lot of information which is there, and that can be used to help the user. So it has to be kind of hyper personalized, a bank made for that individual user. So that's where the journey is going towards. To answer your question regarding digital ecosystem, definitive yes. So from the very beginning, we have always been of the firm view that we always have to make the partnership. So like we have made partnerships with many fintech companies, Tunaiku being itself one of the first fintech product in the country. Similarly, going forward, there are many players in this, and as a bank and as an institution, we don't try to do everything by ourselves. We got to participate in the ecosystem to provide the best service possible to the customer.
Okay, so it can be said there is no certain formula to make a great digital banking, but we need to focus to our customers, right? What we can do to cater their needs and personalize it so they can use it at the best maximum level. Correct,
very well said. That's exactly it. There is no particular formula.
Okay, so that certain investor or also analyst also mentioned that not only great ecosystem and value added, great digital banking must also possess an adequate manpower, adequate technological resources, and also a great access to capital. Do you agree on this, sir?
So for any business needs manpower and capital. So this is nothing new for a digital banking. What I would say that what a digital banking per se needs more is a customer obsessiveness.
Okay.
Has to keep on understanding how can we help the customer. The reason being is that this is something new. We as a banking institutions for the first time are sitting on so much of data. Yeah. And as a financial institution, we have the most personal data of the customers.
Agreed.
And that can help the users, because most of the people would want to achieve their financial goals, which is connected with many other goals. Can digital banking help them to achieve their dreams? That should be the bottom line, instead of focusing on many other things. All other things are definitely going to be required, but the key is customer obsessiveness.
Okay, agree, sir. So if you say that customer obsessiveness is probably one of the most important keys in digital banking, what can our customers expect from Amar Bank? What more that they can expect from Amar Bank?
So what customers can expect is that we will keep on trying to understand their needs, number one. Number two, from the app, what they can expect is, number one, convenience. So today also the customers can try that they can open an account online without any need within 3 minutes.
Okay.
So then what they would expect, which can meet their dreams, is that they can save money, and there is a power in the compounding interest. They can get a much better interest rate when they are saving for a goal. So they can see within the app that how to manage their own savings, not only just keeping the money aside, but how does the app actually incentivizes them to save. So these are some of the few things which they can see. At the same time, they can also aggregate all the views, like all the bank accounts, what they have currently, and aggregate and see the view, combined view. So that one makes it more like, how do I manage my finances, right? Then another is financial management app. Within the app, they can find that they can log in what expenditures, which category, and meet their goals. In one sentence, if I have to say, what Senimku provides them is helps them to achieve their goal. as a bank, we are not telling them this is how you should do. What we are trying to understand that how we can help them to achieve their financial goals.
Yeah, I think that is very interesting. It seems like Senyumku already create its own ecosystem in a way in which it's not only provide customer a means to like save their money, but also how to achieve their goals, right? Okay, now speaking of data, you also mentioned several times during this interview that data are very important. There are many data right now. Like everywhere is data. Everywhere we look are data. Everything we do, it creates data, and it also raises concerns from our stakeholders, such as our customers and also our regulators, in which they are trying, or they have a very big concern on how to mitigate the misusage of data. They really pay attention on the protection of data. And could you please also share with us like how Amar Bank handles such big issues, something like this?
Right. So that's a very important question, Yanda. Now, I'll say two things towards that, and every customer should look at these two things. Number one, as an institution, what we are doing. Right? Okay, so as an institution, we are following the right protocols, ISO 27001. We are taking care that how has to have the best kind of cybersecurity, have the right team, have the right tools and everything, and to keep this data in the way which makes it more secure. And that is one part. But the bigger part actually for data is on the customers themselves. Yeah, that they need to make sure that they're not giving data to just any unreliable party. They need to protect their own data, because there is no system in the world which can keep it unhackable. We have seen the likes of Google being hacked, right? So that way, what it is responsible for the customers. And so what we do from our financial literacy website like swara.tunaiku.com, you can find, we try to teach the customers that how you can protect your own data. What are the good policies which you can take? So for an example, updating your phone when there is an update notification, restarting your phone, those kind of small things, but it makes the people keep their data more protected and secure.
Okay, so it's like a two-way street, yeah. Okay, so that was the last question of today's interview, sir. Thank you so much. It has been an honor and privilege to have you here. We hope we don't bore you, and we can do this some other time. I believe our viewers are really happy to see you here, and I also believe that our viewers are like shooting up right now, the numbers of our viewers, thanks to you, sir.
Thank you, Yanda.
Okay, so
you're an excellent host.
Yeah, thank you so much and have a great health, sir.
Thank you.
Nah, dari interview barusan dapat kita simpulkan nih terkait dengan posisi Amar Bank di dalam landscape digital banking, yang mana Amar Bank sendiri telah meluncurkan produk digitalnya sejak tahun 2014. Selain itu, kita juga dapat mengetahui bahwa tidak ada formula khusus dalam menciptakan atau menjadi digital banking yang terdepan. Namun dapat dipastikan bahwa Amar Bank akan tetap mengedepankan customer obsessiveness-nya dalam mengembangkan produk-produknya. Selain itu, terkait dengan security data, maka Amar Bank telah memenuhi sertifikasi ISO 27001 terkait pengamanan data. Namun demikian, Pak Vishal juga mengingatkan pentingnya customer awareness terkait dengan proteksi data ini. Jadi tidak bisa hanya dari satu sisi saja, namun juga perlu dari dua sisi. Nah, dengan berakhirnya interview bersama Pak Vishal, menandai pula berakhirnya podcast episode kali ini. Saya Yanda, pamit undur diri. Namun jangan lupa untuk like, subscribe, dan juga pencet lonceng merah di bawah ini. Thank you for watching and see you next time.